Inauguramos oficialmente CyberCamp 2016.
We open our CyberCamp 2016, the major event on cybersecurity organized by INCIBE. After two successful editions of CyberCamp 2014 and 2015, we are now on the third edition. And celebrating the 10th anniversary of INCIBE, it's also a great opportunity to have our CyberCamp here in León. We will be here until Sunday. We will have 2 seats with running with simultaneous activities. We will be in this auditorium, in this conference hall, to listen to the speeches on technical issues and as well as on employment. Close to here, we have Canvas for CyberCamp 2016 with workshops for students, parents, and teachers. We will also have theater, gaming, and competitions. We will attract great talent, both national and international, in cybersecurity, as well as the top students of our training program and professionals in the sector of technology, as well as the families interested in broadening their knowledge about the world of the Internet. All that moderated by Juan and Damián, the voices of El Hormiguero, and also this year we have Dani and Emma with us, 2 journalists that will be recording the whole event and uploading it to the social media, social networks. And our objective is that you learn, that you become aware of existing danger on network, and primarily that you enjoy Internet always in a secure and responsible manner. Without further ado, welcome to CyberCamp 2016. And now I'd like to give the floor to the Secretary of State for Society of Information, IT Information and Digital Agents, José María Lassalle. Welcome. All right, I don't know whether I have to speak here or over there. Well, I think I will have to speak from here. Dear Mayor of León, authorities, friends, dear friends, good morning, everyone. It is a pleasure for me to welcome you to this 3rd edition of CyberCamp and the first edition that is being held in the city of León. That's why I would like to express my warmest welcome to everyone here. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate INCIBE on its 10th anniversary of its contribution to improvement of cybersecurity in this country. Thanks to activities such as this one, this institute has become a reference and support in terms of implementing and keeping up secure digital practices, as whilst fostering talent in this field of activity. With this opening session, we are inaugurating 4 days of deep work that will also allow us to broaden our knowledge about digital security. For that, we will be having 70 activities targeted at all different publics, from technical competitions to keynote speakers and speeches, and workshops targeted at family and children, and as well as a forum on employment and talent. In this manner, CyberCamp becomes a national event that integrates and brings together current and future professionals in the sectors, as well as all the Internet users, with a special emphasis on the youngest. Throughout these days, we will realize that security concerns us all. We are more and more connected. This is also a result of digital transformation. We are all connected despite our age. Therefore, we should all be aware of those activities that entail a risk in terms of our privacy and what are the security measures that we should put in practice. Same as in the physical world, we protect ourselves through locks and doors. Digital world also requires protection. We should not ignore our dangers out there and to leave our digital door open. Being aware of these risks and responding to the need of improving security in our country, from the Secretary of State for some years now, we've been working on this field. More specifically, in 2013, we already identified the need to double our actions in cybersecurity. And as it was next reflected in our national digital agenda, we produced the program to increase trust on cybersecurity. As a result of it, we can say today that we have made significant progress on cybersecurity. Our country has a national strategy for cybersecurity. We have approved significant European standards when it comes in terms of security of critical infrastructure and treatment of personal details. From the Secretary of State, we have supported strongly the activities and the actions of INCIBE. INCIBE, this institute, has had resources increased these years, and therefore INCIBE is specialized in cyber security. INCIBE is a strategic asset for the cyber defense of our citizens and our companies. And thanks to an agreement with the Secretary of State, INCIBE also offers protection to critical infrastructure. For that, one of the greatest tools is the CERT. It is a powerful team of response for cyber attacks. So this response team manages a high number of incidents that increases in number every year. In 2015, 50,000 incidents, accounting for 180% more than in 2014. This year, this institute has managed more than 99,000 cybersecurity incidents. Moreover, 363 of them aimed at national critical infrastructures. Therefore, this tells us about a 300 growth versus last year, without any kind of question. And as you can see, the ongoing increase in the number of cyber incidents and the complexity of them, it's a great challenge for us. We want to mitigate them in an efficient manner, in so much as our economy and society are more and more digital and more complex. We cannot afford to have insecurity in this digital world. From public administrations, we are and we will continue to work and use every possible means at our reach. We have to be aware that in digital security, citizens' awareness, prevention, and teaching associated to prevention are the best tools that we can use to fight this problem. To fight this problem, we basically need your collaboration. We need you every time that you use a digital device, either for work or for pleasure. We have to keep secure practices. This is not complex at all. This is not difficult. However, nowadays, a large part of our population are not aware that it is necessary for them to carry out this type of security measures. And I would like to take this opportunity to invite you to visit the Office for the Security of Cyber Users, www.osie.es. And please, I'd like you to read through the user's manual. I'm sure that some of you will be surprised at how threatened your security of the digital life is. I would like to highlight that in such a dynamic field, we will always have professional groups of cyber offenders with the right tools and knowledge that will threat the most advanced security equipment of companies. We have to be aware that in the face of this threat, not all the companies, nor all the citizens will have the necessary means to face them in the right manner. However, people and companies can at least take the opportune measures so that to limit the potential impact of those attacks. I also would like to mention that nowadays most of the cyber attacks and cyber incidents are not the result of the use of highly sophisticated tools, but just the result of pure security measures and lack of awareness of users. And as I said before, they are the result of those people who leave the door of the digital home open and that in many cases did not implement any measures to minimize impact of a potential attack. To give you an example, ransomware attacks in recent years been growing rapidly, 126% in the last year. For those of you who don't know what these attacks are about, it's about kidnapping information on your devices. Once the device is infected, information is ciphered and without user knowing about it, and then the user is asked for a ransom to recover the information back. And sometimes data are not recovered even if a user pays for that random. Therefore, the user runs the risk of losing all the information stored in that device. But if we are not talking about personal information, but about information of an SMEs or of a corporation, and if that information has not been backed up, that attack is not only awful from a personal viewpoint, but it could also be a threat to the actual viability or survival of the business. And believe me, this is happening. And as I said, it is not complicated to avoid or to mitigate. In the face of this growing problem from INCIBE, we implemented a specific service for ransomware to decipher decrypt data. Results have been very good, 85% success rates, but the problem is not decrypting data. Once a device is infected, we want the population, citizens, to be well aware of these potential attacks, and so that they take the necessary measures to mitigate it or to avoid it. Moreover, this need to raise awareness about secure practices is especially important in young population. It is true that they are digital natives, and in most of the cases, they are more skillful than we are in the use of digital services and devices. But that does not mean that just because they are digital natives are well aware of the importance of what they do on the internet, and in many cases it is just the opposite. That's the reason why from our Secretary of State we've been working for years to increase the awareness raising on young people. And in this context, I'd like to share with you an initiative that will see the light in 2017. We will be creating a security center for minors in our country. We will join to the Safe in Hope network, and we will start to provide specialized service to our young people. And it will have a cross-cutting nature because parents will also participate. We will facilitate access to information about these themes, and we will have special actions to take care of attacks that may happen online. In these 4 days ahead of us, all of us, beginners and experts, will improve our knowledge in this field. This is a great opportunity for everyone who feels appealed by this field. The sector of security is a sector of more than 700 million euros. It employs more than 37,000 people and is growing fast. There is an estimation that says that the European Union will be hiring more than 800,000 employees, experts in security. So there is a great future there. I would encourage you to consider that as a career. With this, I finish. I would like to thank the Mayor of León for his warm welcome. And I wish you all the best for the next 4 days. I hope that you find it of interest. That would mean that would be moving toward a future, digital future, which is more efficient and more secure. And as you know, you should not forget that we need you, we need your collaboration. Thank you.
Directamente.
All right, now my turn. Right away. Dear Secretary of State, Deputy Secretary of State, Rector of University, General Director of INCIBE, and your team, authorities, representatives of the business sector linked to technology, professionals in the sector, friends, dear friends, we are all internet users. And as a mayor of this city, it is a great pleasure to host for the next 4 days and event such as the one, the 3rd edition of CyberCamp 2016. We've been wanting for some time to host this event in León so that we could show capacity that we have to host this type of events, and even more so when we have a flagship of INCIBE located here in León. For those of you coming from outside León and also from abroad, I'm sure that you will make the most of everything that will be delivered here, the various workshops that will be provided here. As very well said our Secretary of State, you are all aware, very well aware, that nowadays cybersecurity is a need for the whole society as well as opportunity. It is opportunity. I always discuss this with Alberto Dello, the bad hackers, those that we want to fight, those that we want to protect ourselves against, and the good hackers. Cybercrime, we have to protect ourselves against it through preventative measures. That's where we have awareness raising through number of activities. For instance, these activities here, targeting at all ages and at all the sectors and layers of our society, as well as professionals and companies. We will be offering all these target groups those elements that will help increase our awareness raising, and so that we protect ourselves from cybercrime. The year 2016, which is about to finish, has received more than 100,000 incidents. So that figure was around 76,000. Today, that is more than 100,000. It is a danger, it is a situation that we need to pay attention to. And those incidents that affect us all, no one is excluded from it. Potentially, we could all be affected by from our more at home, at work, and in the world in general, because something that may be done in the other end of the world may have an impact on our critical infrastructure. And when I talk about consequences, I'm not talking about economic consequences only, but also personal, direct consequences. When we talk about loss of money, so the cost of the lost economic cost from cyber attacks is 1 trillion euros, as well as the moral costs. Therefore, we have to get ready. We have to be ready through tools, and also with awareness raising, and also by fostering the talents of our young people. Cybersecurity will demanding jobs. It also requires specific skills and training. Universities should cater for that need. And our CyberCamp 2016 has also that objective. I talked about objective, but I'm also talking about opportunity. And here I will be more prosaic. Opportunity from the business viewpoint and from the sector viewpoint. As the Secretary of State perfectly said, this more than 700 million business turnover from cybersecurity and the high number of jobs. However, this is a small point in such the long way ahead of us. And here, if the Secretary of State allows me, I just would like to mention the city of León now. Why am I saying that? We have all the necessary elements that will help us strengthen that situation, and so that our next journey is a journey shared by all of us. And as I said at the beginning, we have the flagship here INCIBE in León, national reference, but also international reference. INCIBE carries out wonderful work. It's full of experts. They are here in León. We have a sector around INCIBE, a sector of IT around INCIBE, with a great future ahead. We also have a university strongly supporting ITs. We also have an institutional unit that helps strengthen and consolidate that situation. So therefore, we have all the necessary elements, as well as a tremendous will, power to continue contributing to this, so that our area, our region becomes even bigger national and international reference in cybersecurity. In recent years, we from the Council have been working closer and closer with INCIBE. INCIBE is celebrating the 10th anniversary this year. INCIBE has been an example of the collaboration, of a good collaboration, of a good relationship, and then international events linked to INCIBE, to the city of León, and also to the government of Spain through the Secretary of State, as we have seen with ENICE, summer bootcamp. We have proven that we can do that, and we want to continue to do it. Short ago, we visited the canvas outside, and that canvas outside is holding lots of life inside. There we will be having our children, our young people, as well as the older population visiting these 3,000 square meters. Everything related to cybersecurity. So next year we will have 9,000 square meters at the exhibition center. They will be perfectly adapted to any event of these characteristics or a similar event. And I would like to offer it to the Secretary of State, to INCIBE, and to whoever may need it. And with this I mean, all in all, I offer the city of León to continue strengthening and deepening on this field, a field that is incumbent on all of us. We all need to take into account, to be very much aware of consequences, results, and so that we can live in a more secure world in the short term and also in the long term. And as mayor, and because, well, many people joining us in the next days will be coming from abroad and also from other places in Spain, I have to tell you that León is a wonderful city because of everything that we do here, but it's also a wonderful city to walk it, to enjoy every single corner. Our city is full of culture, is full of history. So I hope that you can also taste it. So León is a very appealing city. It is very well connected, and especially through the high-speed train. And it is said, and I very much agree with it, they said that León is trendy. It is the trendy capital city in Spain. And León wants to be a trendy city as well as the capital city of cybersecurity. So I hope that you have fruitful days of work, and you know that everyone who comes to León is committed to coming back. All right, so I hope that you all come back. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best of possible success for the next 4 days. Thank you to INCIBE. Thank you to you, Secretary of State, for one of your first visits out of your office, and which makes it all the more important that you are here with us. Thank you very much.